Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special video showcase we're going to be once again returning to the Marvel UK Transformers comic. Now this is a really special video because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the opportunity to see both endings of how this turns out. Now what I mean by that, for people who are unaware, is that initially the Transformers comic came out in America and it was only across 4 issues. Now granted, in the UK they split them in half and managed to make it last over 8. But the original story was only supposed to last for 4 issues. So I've got this book next to me, and what we've got here is how they intended the comic story to end. But of course we now know that they continued the story for many issues after that, and we've got the ending here that you're all familiar with. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the same process. I'm going to whip through this comic, we're going to have a quick look at everything that stands out, and then when it comes to actually looking at the story, I'm of course going to go to the nice book over there because that's all in colour, and the UK comics did colour and black and white. But again, for the main reason that I'm going to give you the opportunity to have both of the endings. So here we go then. This is issue 8, and it's at the tail end of right up into the new year in January 1985. It's still only 25p and it's still fortnightly. And here we go then. So the cover, we've obviously got Megatron, and that looks like it's, it is, I think it's Soundwave actually, but the colours of him are Shockwave. And we've got Thundercracker behind him. It must be Soundwave because there's Ravage. So let's turn it over, and they've managed to get this right now. See, it says Decepticon fact file. They said Autobot fact file on the one which had Megatron on it a couple of issues back. A couple of games and things there. And this is what I meant. Here's the story now, and it's in black and white on some pages. Obviously must have been for cost cutting exercises, and then colour on some of the other pages. Again, I apologise, I'm going fast through this because in a second I'm going to go super slow over all the artwork, and you can read it yourself, you can slow it down, pause it if necessary, but you'll be able to see it in much better print. So we've got, as I say, subscribe to the Transformers now, so they now know that they're going to be continuing the comics, so you can subscribe for more of them. We've got, oh there we go, Epic, that must have been another magazine that was out at the time, which you can order some back issues. There's some more of the story there, and I'm going to again quickly come from there over to the Machine Man. This was another story that they were running at exactly the same time. If anything, this comic, considering this is the 8th one I've done now, this seems to have a lot more black and white in it. It really does. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time over Machine Man. This is all to do with the Transformers comic. And then we've got the usual robot roundup, as I mentioned in all the previous videos, and funnily enough, there's Doctor Who. So in the mid and obviously early 80s, you had the droids from Star Wars. That's not 3PO, it looks like it is, but you had Doctor Who in the UK, and of course Transformers, so the robots were very topical at that time. And then this Machine Man's gone on for ages, it's huge. And here we go, look what's coming up in issue 9. So this is now from the next video where you're going to start to see some of the UK exclusive stories. So I'm sorry you've had to wait 8 issues, but from issue 9 it's all the UK stuff. And we've got Spider-Man watch advertised on the back of that. Again, just to remind you all, it is a Marvel Transformers comic, as it says there, so they did use Marvel in quite a few adverts. So here we go then. This is the final part of the, as I say, UK Transformers comics, and of course the US as well. So here we go. This is where we picked up last time, and I'm going to go as slow as I can over here, hopefully no glare, and I'm going to be quiet right now. So here we go. Okay then, so this is where you've got the two endings. Let's go how it was initially going to end, as in they knew that they didn't know they were going to have any more continuation. So there's the top picture there. You've just obviously read that bit there, but this is how they intended it to end without doing any more of the story. So let's let Optimus sign this one off. And as I've just said, that was how they intended these stories to end. That's how they didn't expect it to continue, and of course they didn't expect it to be anywhere near as big as what it was. So I'm going to go very quickly just back to here again. There's the large explosion, and then this was how they continued the story. For anyone who you remember, of course, the arrival of Shockwave. There we go then. So that was how, well, both endings there of the comics. I'm lucky I've got that book from the UK as well. But yeah, this was the end of issue 8. Apologies if you heard my son come in and start playing with his toys. You know, I asked him not to. But there you go. So this concludes. That's up to issue 8 now. So for all you guys who are still listening and for you still watching and using these, from the next issue they are going to be the UK exclusive stories. So I'm going to keep doing the overviews. I'm going to keep going through the actual comic itself so you can read it. So there we are, we're up to date. We're on Marvel Transformers UK comic issue 8. Thanks very much for watching and take care.